Previously on the Otherplace.
Peck is in the middle of yelling at you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you just run out the room.
Correct. But I draw my rapier first and run out the room.
Okay.
Yes.
That doesn't seem threatening at all to someone who doesn't see a ghost.
Well, no, I don't see a ghost either. I see the wispies.
Lucky for you, the ghost is going to make itself seen right now.
What kind of ghost is it?
Because you ran very close to it. The
ghost is like,
ghost reaches out, and as its hand gets close, you see long, cracked nails.
My rapier is drawn.
Yeah.
Is that good against ghosts?
Yeah, because it's steel, and they don't are iron, and they don't like iron.
It still touches you. And deals 7 strain.
Are you kidding me? Guys, I just passed out.
I draw my sword, which is like my first instinct. It's reaching out its little cracked hand, and I successfully
It's reaching towards Marda.
I successfully cut it off at the wrist.
This is all because we got those stupid post holers to make your job easier. We agreed that we were gonna go rid this house of the ghosts so that you could get your stupid lamps up sooner.
You're upset because I'm making you do the job that I had hired you to do?
You didn't hire us. Besides, you fired us.
Alright.
I'm sorry, ladies. Can we please go back to the inn so I can lie down? Argue to your heart's content in the bar.
You can go ahead and do that, but I need to talk to the constable.
I literally can't walk. So,
I'm
nope.
taking you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
she's
taking
got
you back.
you. But I'm a paladin, and I have to go to the constable and be like, we just got attacked by this crazy thing in this abandoned house.
Marda runs down the stairs into the common room of the inn. It's getting busier. You see a few of the people that you saw the previous night. Ednarg and Johns sitting in the corner. They don't notice you immediately.
Ednarg and Johns are the ones who have
stone-
the rock quarry.
The stone folk and the
construction company.
The construction company.
Mm-hmm.
The old elf alchemist is back, along with a few people you haven't seen before, including Anision.
What?
And as you get close to the door, the Ision sort of flags you down.
I am in a rush, but I kind of halt and stare awkwardly. Okay,
He looks at a little
me?
paper that he's got in his hand. Are you Marda?
Yeah. Who?
Like Chauncey and Marda?
What?
Sorry.
Yeah. Who are you?
Oh, I've got a delivery for you. And he pulls out, he's got a little messenger bag,
Okay.
and he pulls out a little envelope sealed with a wax seal.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I fish around. Do I have any coins?
You do. You got some silver.
Silver or copper?
You could have some copper.
I'm like, where's my money? I don't have my money written down anywhere. Could I drop him a copper or two,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
would be the
Drop
appropriate
him a
tip?
copper.
Drop him a copper.
That
Drop
needs-
him a copper.
That needs to be a saying.
I'm supposed to be delivering something to Peck, too. Do you know that they're supposed to be here?
I think
Wilry
she's...
says, yeah.
Yeah,
she's here.
just have Wilry hold it. That's cool.
Okay.
And have him tip you from her. She's good for it. She works for the government.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks. Have a good night.
You too, thanks. Okay, I flip over the envelope immediately to look at that wax seal.
It is a pair of wolves facing each other.
Do I
Little-
recognize?
Red seal. No.
So it's a pair of wolves.
Chasing each other?
Rampant? Yeah.
Neigh.
Yeah. Like neighing wolves.
Rearing.
Horse wolves.
Rearing wolves.
Yeah.
Horse wolves. It's a new breed here.
Yes, no, there are definitely horse wolves in this world now.
Okay. So 2 horse wolves rearing,
Yeah.
facing each other.
Uh-huh.
Great. On their hind legs.
On their hind legs.
It just took 5 minutes to describe that.
It's just a little seal.
Are their mouths opened or closed?
They are open, their tongues are out.
Excellent. Do I recognize the seal?
Not at all.
Okay, I'm going to open that.
You crack it open, and inside is a letter. The gist of the letter is, Ednarg and Johns have told us that you are taking care of our problem, and we wanted to thank you in person. when you make your way back to the capital, please come to our estate. Signed, Brill and Marjorie Reinhardt.
Hold on.
Ooh. Interesting.
And this had been addressed to who?
Chauncey and Marda.
Reinhardt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're the people who own the house.
Anything else before Marda heads out? It's a simple letter in a very fancy script.
So Marta's gonna go over to Wilry
Mhm.
and be like, say, hey,
Hey.
so the letter that the messenger just left you,
Yeah,
can I just
for
like,
Peck.
yeah, can I see the back of it?
Sure.
Thanks.
He hands it to you. You flip it over. It has the seal of the tower on it.
I'm going to... Hey, Wilry, do you have a dagger?
Okay, think very carefully.
Don't you have a dagger?
Miss.
I've got some cutlery back here.
That would work.
Okay.
Is there, like... Are there candles on the table?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's just commit, like...
Uh-huh.
It's not a mail fraud. It's not a federal offense.
You're not here, Peck.
So I'm gonna be like, I'll be right back.
Okay.
And I go sit down at the table.
In a corner.
Mm-hmm. Heat the butter knife,
Mhm.
and very carefully open the letter.
Yeah. It is definitely addressed to Peck.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
But Peck doesn't know, won't hurt her.
So it is Peck's next orders.
Okay.
Builder Peck, it has come to my attention that the town of Ballister on the western edge of Volk is a sun lamp in need of revitalization. The journey should take 2 days by horse through the central mountains of the island. Be wary on your journey. The dead are afoot. Balthazar.
Who the hell's I can't say his name. Balthazar. Is that his name?
Mhm.
Okay.
I need a skullduggery check to see how well you put that
I
thing
was
back
going to say, I'm
together.
going to put it back together. I only have 1 rank in skullduggery and 2 cunning. So it's a...
Yellow and a green. Well, let's make it an average check. 2 purples.
Okay. And I'm going to argue for a boost because I'm sitting down. It is nice and warm.
And you've got the right tools for the job.
I have the right
Yep.
tools. Wilry keeps his butter knives nice and sharpened.
Wilry also knows exactly what you're doing.
I know, I'm fine
But
with that.
Wilry's a chiller.
We like Wilry.
Yeah, he's our homeboy. Uh-oh, what'd you do?
How many threats did you roll?
I rolled 2 with 3 successes and 1 failure. So
That's
2...
a clean failure. There's nothing on... Everything canceled out.
Okay.
It is a sloppy job, but you did it.
I'm accidentally burned a little bit of the paper.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
Right?
No.
I'm gonna hand it back to Wilry and be like, our secret.
Do you get what you need?
Yeah.
He gives you a wink.
Thanks.
I love Wilry so
And
much.
if you can clean that up a little bit, I would super appreciate that, or like make up a story.
See what I can do.
Thanks. I give him a silver. Send it.
He flips it, grabs it, puts it in his pocket.
Yes.
I love Wilry.
Peck makes it to the constable's office. It looks like... Well, so you've met one person here before, and that was, I believe, Bernard.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you don't know his name. Yeah, you've met one person here before, a scruffy...
Didn't we find out his name at the bar? Wasn't he at the bar?
I don't think you asked him. But he was at the bar. He was with someone else, so I don't think you asked him.
Wilry told us.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we found out his name.
Okay. You see scruffy-looking Bernard sitting behind the counter,
Scruffy looking Bernard.
behind the desk. What is Peck going to do here?
I need to speak to whoever's in charge of security for this entire town.
That'd be the constable.
This isn't the constable.
You're in the
his,
constabulary.
Okay, this is deputy. Okay, this is the constable I'm talking to, right?
I am not the constable.
No,
I'm the deputy.
the deputy.
Named Bernard.
So contractors and I just experienced an attack in a house, a mansion on the edge of town. On the edge of town. I need to make an official report. This place needs to be sealed off, and I also need to ask you about the things that I found there.
What, the old Bellman house?
Yes, is that it? The one with the large iron gate
Up on the
surrounding
cliff. Yeah.
I've some I don't know what they're doing there. Their contract is in dispute. but we just experienced an attack from some malevolent force on the premise. I found artifacts that are clearly having belonged to some paladin at some point. When was there a paladin here? I wasn't made aware of any paladin here in town.
Roll a perception check with
She's like using her best authority
one difficulty.
voice, so.
The last paladin that came through town was about 30 years ago.
Did they stay? Did they live here, or were they just passing through? Cunning is 3.
No perception?
No.
Okay, it's 3 green, 1 purple.
There's a lot of things I need to upgrade.
Nice. Be nice to me. 4 advantages and 2 threats.
2 advantages.
2 advantages.
He doesn't look remotely surprised at anything you're saying.
Do you have... How do you keep the public out of this place? What are your measures in place to combat this force? Does it have anything to do with the paladin that was here 30 years ago?
This place has been condemned for 30 years.
Well, if it's been condemned, why hasn't it been destroyed?
Because it's a valuable property, and the owners haven't... Why are you asking me these questions? You don't really have any authority here.
No, but there's been an attack. Is there nothing being done to make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else?
Well, they shouldn't have gone on the property.
Well, that's true. They were very naughty.
He gives you a raised eyebrow. That place is it's under construction right now.
Who's constructing it?
Stonewall construction. The center of town. There's a stone folk who owns it at Nog. Yeah, it's owned by someone wealthy up at the capital. It's not getting torn down anytime soon.
But they're constructing it? This is weird.
They're fixing it up. It's a nice house.
Oh,
Besides what's in it.
They need an exterminator for what's inside.
We don't get many around here.
What? Do you know anything else about this paladin who came in 30 years ago?
Is going to be a check, because you all made a very bad impression on the first day you were here with this guy.
Alright, what kind of check?
You're not being charming. I think it's a leadership check.
Leadership. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. I have 2 leadership and 2 presence.
Okay.
2 yellow?
Yes.
I got it right.
A red and a purple.
I'm rolling a red and a purple?
Mm-hmm.
Can I flip a point to unroll one of the reds?
You can flip a point to upgrade one of your dice.
Oh, so it's my 3 greens, a purple, another purple, and 2 red?
I said a red and a purple. 1 red, 1 purple.
I don't know where I came. I think I was...
So that's the difficulty. And then your leadership.
Oh. Nice.
Which is... Isn't it 2 and 2? Is that what you just said?
2, yeah, 2 and 2.
So it's 2 yellows. If your leadership is 2 and your presence...
I was doing so well. And I got dumb. I got dice dumb again. So I rolled these, right?
Yeah.
What can you upgrade these to?
You would get an additional green.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Flip one of yours.
Can I take a yellow and make it a blue?
Nope, you keep your yellow. And
I
you
add the
green.
green. Okay. It's probably not going to do anything. I have wasted a point.
Maybe.
It'll just prove my entire theory that I should never flip.
Your green came up with 2 successes. Alright, that is 3 successes and a threat. So you are definitely pushing your rank around on this guy who is just a little deputy. You were asking questions about the paladin, is that right?
Yes.
Well, he came to town and he got himself into a bit of trouble and he disappeared.
He disappeared?
Nobody could explain it.
I make a mental note to contact the Iron Tower about this. He wasn't the one who ever lived in the house, though, was he?
No. He came to visit Bellman, the former owner of that house. Never got to visit him, though.
What was his name?
His name's Calum. He's an elf. You should probably be talking to the actual constable about this. He was here when it all happened.
And where's he?
Let me get him for you. And he stands up and walks into the back of this place. After a few seconds, a tall dwarf with an eye patch comes out. He's wearing the same leather armor with a silver shoulder pad that the human was wearing. And he approaches you. You're asking about the paladin?
Yes, your deputy here was telling me about Calum, a paladin who disappeared here 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What? We were just in that house, the Bellman house.
You shouldn't go in there.
Well, I know that now. My contractor should have known that then. We were attacked by some force. I slashed at it with my sword and were able to escape, but
Yeah, that's old Bellman.
The ghost? Or, I don't say ghost.
That's what they say.
Is it some ghost story?
At this point,
she is
Marda
more
comes.
Yeah.
Right. I was wondering. I was like, when do I get there?
Yeah. They just tell stories. Marda comes sneaking in the door.
I give her like that one bird side eye.
We have to go back to the house. We didn't shut the gate on the way out. I'm really afraid that the ghost is going to get out.
Why? She doesn't know anything about ghosts, so how would it be able to get out?
I mean, the iron, there was an iron fence around it, and that's what keeps a ghost in, right?
Nobody's ever seen it outside the house.
Right, but has the gate been shut?
I don't know.
We have to go shut the gate. I don't know these things. Help me out.
I'll walk with you.
Yeah, so I was going to say, Peck, I'll go with you, but I still want to continue asking my questions to the constable. What do I have again? I have a book.
You have a journal of dreams.
I have a dream journal.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I think Marda probably stashed the Otherplace book up in the room when she dropped Chauncey off.
Totally did.
Yeah.
That's never going... And the little figurine of the paladin that I stole.
So the three of you, Marda, Peck, and...
Who are you?
My name's Gerald.
I'm Marda. Me and Chauncey, we went to the house to kind of fulfill a debt and stuff and hunt the ghost. And Chauncey's a professional ghost hunter, and she's the one who discovered the ghost, and she saved us from it, but she passed out in the process.
Wait, who saved you from what?
Chauncey identified the ghost for us.
By almost getting killed by it.
I know.
Peck's feathers are very ruffled looking.
You didn't even believe in ghosts.
I still got it off of her.
Are you going to let me tell the story or not?
Are you telling us about the ghost?
I'm trying to tell you what happened 30 years ago.
Yeah, please.
This paladin comes to town. He was some kind of researcher or something. And Bellman asked him to come here. Bellman was into some weird stuff. I don't know exactly what he was into, but he was dead by the time the paladin got here. And nobody ever really figured out what happened to him.
The paladin or Bellman?
Well, either of them, but nobody found the murderer, the weapon. Did he do it himself? Somebody else do him in? We couldn't figure it out.
Did you find Bellman's body?
Yeah, he was laying in the center of his house.
Right below the stairs?
Yeah.
Where that big blood stain is?
Yeah. Never did come out.
Did anybody else ever live there with him?
Not as far as I know. He was a loner. A little eccentric.
Like what kind of eccentric?
He had weird ideas.
What kind of weird ideas?
He didn't talk about them with me.
Who did he talk about them with?
Well, he was friends with Reynard, the alchemist. I don't know if you've met him.
Yeah. The elf alchemist.
Yeah. He's a little weird too.
Yeah.
Well, this paladin came and Bellman was already dead. This is the weird part. You're not even going to believe this. He wanted to check out the body. We leave him alone for a minute, and we hear screaming, and he brought him back from the dead.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The paladin brought Bellman. How long was Bellman dead for?
A couple days.
Whoa.
Yeah. Didn't last long.
But did he say anything?
No. He just attacked the paladin.
Wait, I didn't know that paladin could bring people back from the dead.
I didn't either.
Peck?
Peck did, but it's not something you're supposed to do. In fact, she's shocked that a paladin breached a code of ethics.
Is she saying any of this stuff?
No. She's just, she's very surprised that she's kind of got her fierce hawk look, but she's shocked. I'm shocked that this happened. So I say nothing exactly, but you asked me if I knew that could be.
Yeah.
says they can do it. They are absolutely not supposed to.
Why?
It's tampering with.
It's a paladin's job to put the dead back in the grave, not to take them out.
Our entire foundation for the creation of our order was to kill the dead again. Now.
Yeah, to keep the dead.
Yes, to keep the dead.
To make them deader than dead. So, Re-dead. So,
it goes against our entire order to bring one back.
But, like, do you think he did that and messed with nature? And nature was like, fine, you want dead people back? And she's going to kind of go into a little rant here.
I think he might be potentially a patient zero for the new wave.
Yeah, and then, like, he's a ghost now because he didn't actually kill him dead, and now he's, like, gonna kill the rest of us dead because he's not dead, and he's gonna bring us back into ghost form, and it's... Whoa.
Just to be sure, let's close the gate.
The three of you get to the gate, and Bernard swings it closed. Yeah.
Clink.
Yeah, everything started getting weird around 30 years ago. And then it got normal again.
Wait, like... What else was weird 30 years ago?
Well, there was the murder, disappearance, and I mean a paladin. We don't see a lot of paladins this far south. That was weird.
So that paladin was never seen again after that attack?
He left the constable's office. The constable, this is another weird thing, the constable then, I was a deputy then, that constable started acting really weird.
Like how?
Talking to himself. He's sort of he's on the fringes now. He's off outside of town. He doesn't.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
Where?
Outside of town.
Yeah,
northwest.
Northwest.
You shouldn't go.
What's his
see
name?
him. Halfdan.
Halfdan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he lives on the edge of town now, and you probably don't want to. He just talks to himself. He's not coherent. I don't think you're going to get anything useful out of him.
Okay. Can we look at the house again? See if there's anything going on?
There is nothing going on. It's just a dark house.
How dark? It's like full night now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do the people around her know not to go inside there?
Yeah. Why would anybody go in here?
Because they're stupid.
With that reputation?
We're just trying to get rid of the
A
ghosts.
murder happened here. And after that storm 30 years ago, it took down the whole backside of the house.
What storm?
It was all the same time. It was the night the paladin disappeared. There was a huge storm. Took down one of the towers of this house and the whole back of it. That's why they have to do so much construction right now. What was that?
I said I knew nothing about magic. I was like, can I roll Arcana to see if any spells would do that? I know nothing about magic.
Neither does Peck.
I know.
Peck's realizing... I'm realizing I'm going to have to learn a little bit more about magic.
Gates closed. Satisfied?
Yeah.
Yes. All right,
That'll keep him in.
Head back now.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We should probably go check on Chauncey.
Was there anything else strange that happened?
I don't think so.
I'm just... Okay.
So there was like a storm.
That's the stuff I know about.
And like there was murder. We got pushed down the stairs. And
how'd you know he got pushed down the stairs?
Well, you said he was laying in a pool of blood.
Well, no, I told you. I told you what I heard, right?
No, this is the constable talk. Just Gerald talking.
I know.
Oh, you're not going to tell me?
No.
Oh, okay.
He got stabbed.
He got stabbed?
In the chest.
What?
He never found the weapon. Never found the knife.
So how'd you know he got stabbed?
The wound.
Oh. Was it like a big stab or like a little stab?
It was a big stab.
Oh.
Did the Iron Tower ever make an inquiry into their missing paladin?
Nobody else came here.
When did Bellman move here?
Bellman lived here his whole life.
He grew up here?
He grew up here.
People remember him growing up?
People do remember him growing up.
And it was 30 years?
Yeah. His family they're one of the families that founded this town. About 30 years ago is when it really started. The town sort of made a name for itself as a place for shipping. And
Who were the people in the paintings then?
Those creepy paintings. That was Bellman.
But it looks so much older. In 30 years. I'm just wondering this out loud.
Oh, he was over 30. This all just happened 30 years ago.
Was he like 300?
No, he was like 50, 60. I don't know. I was a kid, pretty much. I was like 35.
35-year-old child.
I was still a deputy back when that happened.
What race is he?
He's a dwarf.
Okay.
So inwardly, I'm thinking, I find it really weird that the Iron Tower didn't make an inquiry into the disappearance. I need to see whether they did. But if they didn't, I'm thinking he either went on his own, unofficially, or there was a very deliberate non-inquiry made.
The three of you make your way back to the constable's office. Big stone building in the center of town. Anything else I can do for you? It's almost my time to quit for the night.
Was like Bowman like magic and stuff?
Yeah, I think that was what it was.
Right, and his friend was the alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We should definitely get back to Chauncey.
Alright. She doesn't mention that. She doesn't know whether or not to bring up the fact that she's not really sure if they're her contractors anymore. So, she just goes back. She's staying there anyway.
Okay. You two have a nice night.
Thank you. Thank you for your assistance.
Thanks for helping us shut the gate.
Mm-hmm.
You did the town a really big service tonight.
Peck just kind of rolls her eyes and walks away.
He gives you a little salute. And the two of you make your way back to the Steeple Rock.
I go upstairs to check on Chauncey first.
Mm-hmm. You are able to head upstairs first because Peck is flagged down by Willery. Hey, Peck? It's Peck, right?
Yes.
You got a message.
From whom?
I don't know. I didn't open it.
Does Willery
Does he have a shifty look?
give a little wink in Marda's direction?
I take the envelope
I think Marda's
and see that the seal of the Iron Tower is on it.
Yep.
And it looks like it maybe suffered a little damage on the journey. You know, how, international mail got a little bit
Comes
burnt
a long
around the
way.
edges. Didn't it get burned
I
around the
kind of like look at it a little bit and mentally file it away.
that it just doesn't look quite in peak condition.
Yeah.
Not pristine.
It's not exactly pristine. But I flip it open and I read the contents about my orders.
Yep.
To go to the town. And it's from Balthazar.
It is from Balthazar.
Of course it is. I'm kind of mentally trying to think of who my friends are in the Iron Tower that I can contact.
Do you have any?
I know, I'm like, does she have any discerning friends? So surely someone. She's realizing maybe she should have made more friends.
Is Chauncey awake?
Yes. So Chauncey's
So up in
awake.
Chauncey's and Marda's room.
So Chauncey's awake and has basically been just feverishly sketching and writing out everything that she can remember about what happened. And as she's doing this, she's been connecting the dots and putting things together. And now she has a kind of storyline about what happened in there to whoever the person is. So when she hears Marda open the door, she's very excited. Marda, you're back at last! I have so much to tell you!
Yeah, I have a ton to tell you too. We talked to the constable, and he had a ton of information about Bellman. That's the dead guy.
Oh, you know his name?
Yes.
Well, I've put together that the ghost haunting the place is the same man whose paintings we saw on the wall. And remember the flash that I got of, and the noises I heard of, and you can just try and talk over him if you want.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and the noises that I heard of, the running, and when he what?
I'm like, yeah, that's Bellman, and the paintings, and he got stabbed in the chest, and they never found the knife or the killer, and then he was brought back from the dead, and...
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So the ghost that we are seeing is from his second chance at life?
I don't know. Maybe because when he was brought back from the dead, all he did was scream, so maybe there was just nothing there.
What happened to the individual who did this horrible thing?
He disappeared in the middle of a really bad storm.
Oh my.
But Bellman's best friend is that old elf alchemist guy. So we could ask him about what Bellman was into and stuff, because Chauncey, he was into some pretty weird stuff. One of the books in the library was I don't know. I have to read it first. But, like, we should probably talk to the old elf alchemist guy.
Wonderful. I'm so glad you've gotten all this information. Quick, to the alchemist. And I throw the bedclothes off and I stand up quickly out of bed and immediately collapse to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, to the alchemist.
I da-da-da, and then collapse.
Ooh.
So I kind of pick myself up on, like, push myself up onto my elbows and like,
Chauncey.
maybe I should get back in bed and rest a bit longer.
I mean, yeah, I could help you.
Oh, thank you so much, Marta.
Marta.
1 in 10.
Hi, 1 in 10.
So Marta helps me back in bed and she tucks me in and I'm just like, but we need to go and talk to the alchemist and figure out what Bellman was really up to and if that is indeed his ghost, and I need so much to do.
Probably just need to, sleep. I think. Okay, I'm gonna. And then I walk out of the room really quiet, like tiptoeing with my little roguish tiptoe and shutting the door and really softly turning the lock with all of my roguish skills and go downstairs and kind of like slump on the bar with my chin between my hands and my elbows on the bar and be like, Lori, I think I need a drink.
Question.
Yes.
What is it going to take for me to be, like, usable?
A night's sleep.
Okay, so really I just need to sleep.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing right now is, okay, just wanted to check that I don't want to be not
winding down.
I don't want to be not participating in the story if there was something I could do that could make it so.
You're kind of out of it.
Okay.
I think we should have night pass.
Well, okay, so first I wanted to say that, like, I find some corner of the common room.
Mm-hmm.
I begin to compile my own notes and reports, and I also crack open the dream journal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I intend to pass the night, is reading that.
Okay.
After I have my drink and go back up to my room, I'm going to also crack open the book and read it.
Okay. So we have like a split screen.
Mm-hmm.
We see Marta reading this book by candlelight and Peck reading this book by the fireplace and lanterns and everything that's down in the common room.
Little spectacles are pushed all the way down.
Are they like pince nez that sit on I love it. And I'm just
And you're passed out.
drooling with some drool going down my chin.
I've
Just snoring ridiculously.
tucked back kind of behind her bed, and I've got the candle like kind of underneath the bed because it's not going to produce enough heat to start fire, but it's going to dim it.
Mm-hmm.
So you like made like the tent over.
Yeah, I'm like,
Love that.
Marta, the book you're reading reads like a mythology.
mm-hmm,
It explains the creation story as you know it, and then adds a second chapter.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Otherplace.
The Otherplace is a production of Nightcast Creative. For more information on this and our other shows, visit nightcastcreative.com.
For updates on future episodes and bonus content, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at OtherplacePod.
Looking to support the show? Leave us a review on your favorite podcatcher, or visit us at patreon.com/Coruscant Nights. Are you looking for a new podcast to listen to? Well, you're in luck. There's a new one that's hitting the airwaves today. Battle Buddies is an actual play D&D podcast set in an original world that focuses on collaborative storytelling, exciting adventures, and meaningful friendships. Go check them out wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, people, it's time to get serious. We're here to record our commercial for our new podcast, Battle Buddies, releasing June 1st.
Okay, Logan, kind of a weird way to start off a session, but I've got the highest charisma, so I'll roll performance to record a commercial.
Jono,
That's a natural 1, so how does the commercial sound?
rough. Jono, it doesn't matter what you rolled, thankfully, because we're just doing a real commercial for people. We want to tell them about our podcast that's coming out on
If they
June.
don't listen to us, I'm gonna make them listen. I'm gonna roll Intimidate. Nice. That's a 3. I guess I'm not that scary.
Kayla, I don't want you to be scary. It's a family-friendly podcast. I want everybody to come listen. I don't need you scaring them before they even...
Can I roll deception?
No.
That's a 13-ish, so this is a completely unique and original podcast where you listen to 4 friends play D&D together.
Kelsey, stop. I think that we are unique. Mm-hmm. We've got our own original music, original characters, original storyline. You know what? I don't even need you guys. I can do this on my own.
Well, we hope you come back and join us to listen to our new podcast, Battle Buddies, releasing every other Monday, June 1st, 2020.
It's fun for the whole family, so remember, when you sit down to listen, bring your battle buddy.
All right, let's go get Logan. He might be sad. Sure.